But they judge after the flesh, what you got on, this and that. You know, Jesus' disciples were not flashy. John the Baptist was wearing basic clothes, you know, in the wilderness. I guess you could call him a hippie in those days. You understand? Jesus was a carpenter. He was working class man. You understand? And the thing is, it's like people get uppity in regards to financial gain and status and things. They think they better than other people. And God doesn't want you to be that way. God doesn't want us to be Pharisee-like. We're supposed to love all God's creation all the way. We shouldn't see color. And if one thing about it, when you're being led by the Spirit, you see spiritual things. You feel spiritual things. But I'm going to tell you something weird that happened before I left that house. Because I had to go do another job Friday. You understand? So I left it, and we get to the last for the job. But like accidents happen. Like a box fell off a dolly. A box. It happens in moving. Sometimes we're not perfect. But she said something. She was like, "That's probably $10,000 worth of stuff in that box right there." But I couldn't hold my tongue. I was like, all the furniture's in the house. I said, "I doubt if it's $10,000." Well, it just came out. I doubt if it's $10,000 worth of goods in a little 3 carton, a little medium carton. You understand? But her attitude started changing. I started seeing it, and I told my cousin at work with. I was like, "Man, she changed something different about her." You understand? Then here it is. A few days later, right after the job, my boss called me. She didn't want to pay. She waited till we completed the job all the way through. 3 days of work. You understand? Who does that? No God-fearing person would do that. That's why when she said, "I'm not like them," I understood exactly what she meant. She might didn't even understand what she said. You're not like us. You understand? You're not, you know. And that's the thing. That's how they did Jesus too. They looked at him, they judged him. Oh, isn't this the carpenter's son? You understand? I'm going to go to a story about the blind man. Isn't the man that was once blind? How can he teach us? You know, that's how people are with knowledge sometimes. And especially people who don't understand the truth, who live according to the world. They make judgment calls. You understand? One thing I will never forget is where I came from. You understand? And nobody should. But some people are born with silver spoons in their mouth. And sometimes they need to forget where they came from. They need to understand other people. There are working classes out here. They got to provide for their families too. And no Christian would do that. You understand? Not pay because of this. If you sign a contract and you make an agreement, that's something you're supposed to do. If you had a problem with the job, you can take that up after the fact. You understand? That's like somebody fixing your car. And then you come to get your car. I'm not paying you anything because I saw this, I saw that. You understand? That doesn't even make sense. But this is coming from a business person. This woman had her own business. I just don't understand. But my thing is, obviously she probably was set her mind on not paying anyway. You understand? But God will make a way. God will make a way. I'm upset about it, but God will make a way. Yes, my boss is upset about it, but God will make a way. God bless her. I'm upset with her. Don't get me wrong, because I know we did our best. You understand? But sometimes your best is not good enough. You know, especially in this world we live in. Your best is not good enough for some reason or another. You understand? They don't look at things. They try to be perfect. That's how the Pharisees were. Perfect. Why are you sitting with sinners? Why you ain't washing your hands first? Why are you dishonoring the Sabbath? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You ever run into people like that? I always got something to say. You understand? I always got something. Why are you smoking cigarettes? Cigarettes will kill you. That McDonald's will kill you if you keep eating them Big Macs. I'm sure Waffle House will kill you too. You understand? I'm the type I see through a whole nother lens. It's many things that can kill you in this world. He said to the unlearned and unruly, everything is defiling. Everything can kill you. You understand? But what's the point? Am I hurting you? You understand? Are you hurting me by eating that McDonald's with all that grease in there? You know what I'm saying? Even when we be cooked, fried food can kill you, but you don't see people pushing that issue. What we love down south: fried fish, fried this, fried that. You know what I'm seeing? The commercials on this? Fried food, grease will clog your arteries up. People put Stimulations on things that doesn't even matter. You understand? We supposed to be trying to help one another, not beat each other up. It's been times in my walk as a Christian, I smoke cigarettes. Yes, I do. And one time God took them away. I smoke cigarettes. Yes, I do. I drink too. Yes, I do. And I don't deny it. You understand? No lie is of God. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I am who I am. I am who God made me. If God decided to take it from me, he can take it from me anytime. I'm sure he can because he did it before. You understand? But it's been times in my walk as a Christian when a poor man or somebody less fortunate come up to me, and be rarely they'll see me smoking a cigarette. You mind if I get a cigarette? You understand? Now, most people are like, well, but that's not godly to give him a cigarette. Why is it not? You understand? I got the money to pay for it. If he want one, maybe he needs one. You have to look at things from a whole different perspective as a Christian. God said when somebody's weary, you give them wine to drink. And like people love turning people away. You mind if I get $2 to buy me a beer? No, you don't need to be drinking anyway. Shut up, Pharisee. You understand? Shut up, you Pharisee, you. You understand? You don't read your Bible. You don't study it. You understand? It is what it is. If you read the Bible, God wants you to be a good person, a present help in a time of need. Entertain strangers. However, not entertain them and make them feel like trash, or make them feel like they less of a person. You understand? He said a good person out of good treasure of their heart bring forth good things. Evil person out of evil treasure of their heart bring back forth evil. It is what it is. It's not what goes in a man that defiles a man. It what comes out of the man that defiles a man. They need to be vetted. What? Vetted? Am I an animal to you? You understand? That's ridiculous. I'm not. I may look like them, but I'm not like them. You know what? I say that about wolves too. They may look like me, but they are not like me. You understand? How dare you? You understand? that's upsetting. I just wanted to tell that little story today. But that's how the Pharisees were. Always trying to make up something. They were jealous a lot of times of Jesus. They could do things they couldn't. He could do things they couldn't do. So when he could do things they couldn't do, they just called him devil. They can have nothing to say, devil, you. You a devil. You cast out demons by devils. What? Well, how do your sons and daughters cast them out? You understand? He'll reverse it on them. You know, but people, read your word for real. You know, read your word. I guess God had a reason why I wasn't there at the end of the job, because a lot of times I didn't realize something in my life. God keeps me away from confrontation. I can't explain it. He keeps me away from it. Every once in a while. Only confrontation I'm going to have is a little verbal or disagreements with my wife. But far as out in the open, that rare is rare. There have been times in my life when things will go down and God pushes me to the other side. You understand? And he does that. But hearing about it, that's why he said the righteous will suffer. You feel pain. You feel things like that. It's not that I want her to die in her sin or die in that attitude. I would like for her to be changed too, because something's just not right about that. Righteous judgment. You understand? But it's people like that in the world. Pharisees, Sadducees. You understand? Forever learning, never able to come to the truth. Couldn't even realize that Jesus was talked about throughout the Bible. And then when he come right in their faces, what? Who are you? You're a carpenter's son. You understand? You know how many people in this world probably refuse help or refuse God's help because they look at the outside appearance of somebody, or they make a judgment call on what it is and won't get the help they need. You understand? Because they're looking for a certain type person. Wow, that's deep. And that's why the Pharisees could never see Jesus. They were looking for a certain type person. They were looking for a certain person. Behold, a gluttonous man, a wine bibber. You know, when I hear those two terms, I see two things. Jesus couldn't have been a skinny man. Or they said a gluttonous man. And Jesus had to be somebody who drank a little wine once in a while. I don't know where this skinny Jesus come into play, but the word tells us otherwise if you read clearly to it. I'm not saying he was fat either. He might have just had a natural weight to him. You know, I ain't never seen nobody call a gluttonous man basically fat. You understand? Who's skinny. I never seen that before. Don't matter. A skinny person can eat all the time and gain no weight. But nobody ain't finna call them fat. Nobody ain't finna call them gluttonous. Do the math, people. Do the math. That just don't happen. You understand? You rarely see it. All you hear people when see skinny people eat a lot. Man, I wish I had your metabolism. If you read the word, you'll see a lot of things in there that make sense to you in a spiritual sense, because you live in this world. You know how people make fun of people. You know what I'm saying? Just because a person got beard in their head,